What's up, y'all? This is your boy Jackson. Welcome back to the Drop That Podcast, where we dive into things like fight talk, relevance, boxing, MMA, pro wrestling, hip hop, film, and television. This particular episode, let's get right into the shits. We are going to switch up and we're going to talk music, hip hop, and we're going to end with film and television. It's going to be a little controversial, but who gives a fuck? First off, mad albums coming out. Mad albums. We just got word that Rick Ross and Meek Mill is going to do a joint collaboration album called Too Good to Be True. That drops on the top of November. I believe it's November 10th. So far, so good. You know, we got the Shaq and Kobe track. We got the Easy Lyrical track. So far, it's looking good. For a while, I haven't heard anything out of Meek Mill and Rick Ross worth me, like, giving a fuck at that point. No, not to say, not taking a stab at their talent. You know what I mean? I do believe Rick Ross's top-notch albums of all time is like a tie to me, in my opinion, when it comes down to Port of Miami and Deeper Than Rap. Those are my two favorites personally. But I haven't seen anything. So far they've been kind of generic to me. But it's Ross. Can't fuck with it. If it's not broke, don't fix it. The success speaks for itself. For Meek Mill, when he came out of his situation and he put out of his ass out of nowhere. Even though he had dreams and nightmares, but to me, Championships was it. Pretty damn good project put together. You even made amends with Drake. Now they're putting their shit together, put whatever differences they had behind the scenes, rather if it was Maybach Music on, in the label and everything like that. Look at now, they're about to pull out of the fucking blue a project together. See how it goes. I'm actually kind of excited for it. Also, just got word that Busta Rhymes, one of my top 10 favorite MCs of all time, Busta Rhymes finally announces his new album, Blockbuster. I believe it's coming out November 24th, a month from now, and executive produced, not other by the Dragon himself, Busta Rhymes, but Swiss Beats. Many people in my generation would know him from being the all-star producer from the Rough Riders. You can, whether it's legendary DMX tracks, on to the next with Jay-Z, you say it, you name it, phenomenal. Also, executive producer, Pharrell Williams, one half of the legendary production group, the Neptunes, also band member of Nerd. Many tracks, many tracks, from the label Star Trek, working with the Clips, doing Grinding, doing his Oscar-nominated track, Happy. Pharrell Williams, one of all-time greats from Virginia. Also from Virginia, another great, who's also executive producer on the project, Timbaland, Timbo the King. He is one of my favorite top 3 producers of all fucking time. Timbaland, The Way I Are, Ayo Technology with 50, Future Sex Love Sounds with Justin Timberlake, legendary tracks from the late great Aaliyah, legendary tracks from Missy Elliott, Timbo behind the keys, behind the drum patterns, doing it. Also, one of those people who were secretly credited for the drum programming on the Stronger track by Kanye West. 4 executive producers for this major project, Blockbuster. Executive produced by Busta, Timbo the King, Swiss, and Pharrell. I can't wait to hear this project. This project is going to be fucking bananas, yo. I can't believe it, dude. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. Another fucking project coming out in November. 2 Chainz, Lil Wayne, Welcome to Cali Grove. A lot of people remember that there was a sequel to kind of their project from years ago. 2 Chainz and Lil Wayne collaborating again, comes out November 17th, which is a little controversial because Nicki Minaj's Pink Friday Part 2 was supposed to come out on November 17. Now, a lot of people, give a little controversy on the bullshit with when it comes down to why, because Nicki Minaj's project, Pink Friday Part 2, just got pushed to December 8th. Why are they making a big deal? Maybe, it's always controversial when she's putting out tracks. Putting out projects. They fall on the same days of other people. Some people say this happened multiple times. I only remember it one time happening. When initially she released back in 2010 Pink Friday, the original, it ended up being on the same day. Who got that day? Kanye West's My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. They both came out on the same day. Now, it was good and it was a bad thing to me, because even though she didn't beat Kanye on the first week of Billboard, she came back the second week and did her thing, number one. Hopefully it works out for her. I'm not hearing too much about it, which is good because it's a secret. I want to hear what Nicki Minaj got to do. You know what I mean? There's a lot of female MCs putting out shit, but as far as like longevity of something, I'm not hearing it. So hopefully Nicki got something going on. Also, I can't fucking wait. Dude, what the fuck is going on? Joyner Lucas. In this generation, one of my favorite MCs, top 5, dead or alive, completely killing it. Put out another track, 24 Hours to Live, after just putting out another track, 17. This album that was called Not Now, I'm Busy, was supposed to come out August 18th. It didn't come out. I don't know, maybe it was a leak. Hopefully it comes out. Joyner Lucas always puts fucking shit on like fire. Out on the streams, out on the album stores, all that. This guy's fucking killing it. To me, as far as the pandemic goes, to that bullshit era, ADHD was one of my favorite albums. It got me through the fucking pandemic without no question. And he's always putting out, even between albums, he's putting out projects. So hopefully Joyner Lucas ends the year off with some fucking fire. Not Now, I'm Busy. Hopefully comes out this fucking December. Hopefully after Nicki Minaj, he can close out the fourth quarter. Who knows? We're going to transition to film and television. I'm sorry. Before we do that, Kanye West and Ty Dolla $ign putting out a joint album. I don't know anybody who gives a flying fuck. Too soon? No, too late, because they just pushed back that project that they were supposed to come out with. And I don't see it. Don't get me wrong. Ego Death with Ty Dolla $ign and Kanye, love that fucking record. I don't know if it's a pop record. I don't know if it's a hip hop record. It just felt like it, you brought me back to 2007 when the house music was killing it, and, got a little 90s feel to it. To me, they do great collaborations. People saying everything Kanye do is great. I don't fucking hear it, because I haven't heard something out of him since 2012 when it came out with Cruel Summer. So Kanye, hopefully this is going to resurrect you back on the fucking airwaves as music goes. Ty Dolla $ign, hopefully this puts something to propel him to where he needs to be. You know what I mean? Like, instead of being a featured artist like everybody keeps saying he is, I see star power for Ty Dolla $ign. Hopefully this is going to be something good. Hopefully they put it out in January. This is like a transition from music to film, but Britney Spears is putting out an audio book, now airing out a lot of shit. She's talked shit about Justin Timberlake and the baby they aborted. Okay. Crimea River. No pun. They were young as fuck. Word was back then it was that Justin took her virginity or whatever. I mean, cool. That's great. I don't know why you talking shit now. I mean, you guys been married, have children. Who gives a flying fuck? Now you want to say that Justin Timberlake was trying to be black, this, and that. Okay. Great. He did the pop shit, and then he did the hip hop shit, and then he did R&B shit. He's got a fucking catalog. Sorry to say, Britney doesn't. I mean, some people say, yeah. But would you see Britney on a fucking Versus? And if you did, who the fuck can she beat? Shit. Beats the fuck out of me. I mean, if it was a versus, I would put Britney Spears versus Katy Perry. That would be interesting. Otherwise, anybody else would probably slaughter Britney. Um, I think she kind of put that book out a little bit too damn soon, because Jada's been killing the airwaves with Will Smith. I don't have a fucking opinion about the Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith situation. In the end of the day, whether she's airing out a lot of dirty laundry with her and Will, her entanglement, her past friendship, relationship with Tupac, who cares? In the end of the day, Will Smith is supporting his wife, his life partner, wherever the fuck she is to him. And, you know, they got kids. There's no reason to be putting her name down in the fucking mud. I mean, the kids are probably going through the worst, you know, whatever, but they're grown. So I'm not even going to step into that fucking mud puddle. You know, I would just say Jada should think twice a little bit when it comes down to Tupac's name, because apparently, from what the word I hear, Tupac's family ain't feeling that shit. Put some respect on his fucking name. I'm pretty sure is what they're saying. But besides that, let's get into a film that I checked out, which was pretty fucking good. A lot unexpectedly. It wasn't what I was expecting. The Exorcist, Believe, or Exorcist, the Exorcist Believer. I didn't see, like, I've seen the poster, but I really didn't stare at it, you know, dissect it. But apparently, it's too. It is two possessed little girls. Didn't see that shit coming. Because usually in the Exorcist franchise is one. You know, the original was one. But they got a white little girl and they got a black little girl and everything. So there you go. I mean, everybody's getting their shine as far as race goes. And it was a very, very well project. I loved it. In horror films, I basically laugh at them. They're considered comedies to me. If I laugh, that means it was good. Have to give kudos to the one and only Jason Blum of Blumhouse Studios. He's fucking putting horror films back on the fucking map for a long ass time. It wasn't good. It was not fucking good. It was coming back to the way it was in the 80s, the 70s, 80s, and the 90s. You know, the Freddys, the the Jasons, Jason Voorhees, the Michael Myers, the Chuckies, the Pinheads. Who am I missing? Leatherface. Homeboy from Scream. Fuck, I forgot what they usually call him. But he's putting shit on the map, you know what I mean? Rather if it was Get Out, Split, the Insidious franchise, the Paranormal Activity franchise, the two sequels, the two projects to Happy Death Day, The Invincible Man, that was phenomenal. He even took it a step further, you know, Megan. When you look at Megan on the poster, I was like, well, what is this, a female version of Chucky? We got that. That was Tiffany. Megan was fucking huge heat seeker success. And not only was it a heat seeker success, there's a sequel coming. And I was very, 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 pleased with that project. That was phenomenal. Jason Blum is doing a great fucking job. I mean, hell, he did the Purge fucking franchise, and that fucking blew over to fucking Halloween Horror Nights as a maze. It's interesting. I mean, he brought back Halloween. Jamie Lee Curtis and John Carpenter, who created Halloween, fucking put them in the EP chairs, did it with them together, and did a fucking trilogy. Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends. Okay. He's fucking doing it. And it was very, very well put together projects. I'm very pleased about what Jason Blum is doing. And when he collaborates with James Wan, woo! It's no question what they could fucking create. I hope to work with Jason Blum one day. Personally, it's him and James Wan for me that's doing it big. Yeah. Kudos to them. Exorcist, the Exorcist Believer in theaters now, and killing it in the box office. So before we close out, I've taken 6 months to digest this. And my peers, my family, my friends, they all ask me this. They all ask me what do I think about this situation and regarding the strike. So we got into a fucking strike. You know, we got streaming. We got plenty of streaming platforms such as Netflix, kind of started it all. We got Prime Video. We got Hulu, Disney Plus, ESPN. That's under the Disney umbrella. Apple TV, Peacock. That's under Universal. Max. That used to be HBO Max. Is very well partnered with Warner Brothers or Warner Brothers Discovery now. I believe there's another one, if I'm not mistaken. Shit, is there another one? Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, Paramount Plus. And now MGM Plus. Everybody's doing streams, and as far as the industry goes, they're not feeling it. You know, the writers strike, the actors strike, well-known legend actors and actresses are helping, picketing at all studios. I've done my share over there helping. They're at Disney Studios. They're at fucking Paramount Studios, Universal Studios. Believe they're at Sony Pictures. They're at everywhere, protesting, doing what they do. It's been many decades since the last situation regarding this industry, and you know their negotiation with SAG and so forth. And, you know, from what I was told by my peers, it was probably going to be, you know, a couple months, maybe 3, the max. By the end of the summer, we should be already back to normal. I look at them and say the same thing I always say. Sure, nigga. The fuck wrong with you? It's a negotiation due to money, due to artificial intelligence, due to streaming. You think this shit is going to be months? There's boxing fights that take fucking forever. Hell, Mayweather versus Pacquiao took 5 fucking years. You know what I mean? Don't even get me started on Spence and Crawford. That took forever. So, but this is not Fight Talk. We'll get into that with a different episode. This is a strike now where we're discussing. As far as what was denied was the 2% revenue. In order to, you know, as far as the stream goes, 2% revenue. Now, they said, hell fuck no. The studios, they all said, hell fuck no. Why? Because if we got to give you, motherfucker, 2% of the revenue, we got to give everybody on this fucking project 2%. Now, look at this. What if you had to, look at it, the Justice League at DC Warner Brothers, right? You got Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, the Flash, Cyborg, Aquaman. You know what I mean? You got Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, Gal. You got fucking Jason Momoa. You got Ray Fisher. You got everybody in there, right? 6 main people are on that fucking poster as far as the DC characters go. You got to go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12%. You just gave up. Not to mention everybody else. You got to give up fucking everybody. Everybody at 2%. Fuck no. That's not good for them. Do I think it's fair? Bitch, I want 5%. If it's a huge ass project, yes. I think it's not fair. They said no to it. Now, here's one of the main issues that I have with that, as far as something else goes. You start a project, they want you to have, do consent. And what is the consent for? To use your face for AI for future projects. Now, let's take this back as an example for people to understand. Let's say Robert Downey Jr., legendary actor, legend, right? Not only known for fucking Iron Man, but he's known for Sherlock Holmes, everything, all projects. Even Tropic Thunder. Don't even get me started on that. He didn't even get his due on that shit. But let's say back in 2008 when they put out Iron Man, right? Now, mind you, he's been Iron Man for like, he had to portray Iron Man for like 17 projects, I believe. In 11 years. We're talking 2008 to 2019. Okay? That's 3 Iron Man films. 3, a cameo appearance by him as Iron Man at the ending credits of The Incredible Hulk. Same year, a month later after Iron Man, right? Captain America Civil War. Civil War. Which is part 3 for Captain America. He also appeared in Spider-Man Homecoming. Spider-Man Homecoming. For Avenger films. Sorry, I believe I said of 17 projects. I'm thinking someone else. So look at all those projects, right? I just counted 10. Just 10. And don't get me started. He was the man in all the Iron Man film. Oh, I'm sorry, all the Avenger films. Avengers, Age of Ultron, Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame. Now, remember what I said, 2008 as Iron Man. Let's say he signed consent to use his face. He did Iron Man, right? He was there. But then he gave consent for an AI to represent him in all the other projects. He's not filming. I don't owe you money if I'm using AI. Is that fair? I don't think so. But that's just my opinion. Fuck that deal. They just closed the deal because everybody said hell no. So, whatever. I'm your boy Jax, and that's the Drop That Podcast. You can find us on youtube.com/Drop That Podcast, as well as X, formerly known as Twitter, at DropThatPod_13. Once again, I'm your boy Jax. Have a good night. 1.